Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. This is part 4 of Racist and Racism. So, let me drop this bomb. I dropped it in the last video, so I'm gonna drop it in this video. Racism. The fact of the matter of racism is that most racist people hate people who are not of the same race or economic standing as they are. Alright? So, just for the record, because in the other video I did talk about this, how poor white people are treated just as bad as poor black people, if not worse than poor black people. And I will say that, this is universal. Because poor Asian people, regardless of what Asian country they come from, do the same. They do the exact same. So, to be fair, to say that all races have racism in it, it is true. Every race of people have racism in their race of people. Blacks, whites, Asians, we all have racism in our people. It doesn't mean that you personally could be a racist, unless you are, but for the most part, there's just as many racist blacks as there is whites as there is Asians. And when I say Asians, I'm including everyone from Native American to Hispanic and Mexicanos and all the other stuff, because technically, if you are Mexican by blood, which means you came from Aztec, Incan, Mayan, or Amazon tribes, your ass is Native American. Yeah, I had a very good lesson on the Asian genome. So, that being said, we have to find a way to nullify this shit. It's not impossible. It's highly improbable, but not impossible. The problem is, we as people tend to forget that there's more than the racists that hate us. Now, I say this because the simple truth is this. If you're a racist and you hate me for the one thing that I didn't get a say in, and if I'm a racist and I hate you for that same thing that you didn't get a say in, no one gets to pick their ethnicity from birth. I promise you that. I'm going to be honest. I'll be 1,000% honest right now. If I could go back in time and decide what I want to be, the first thing that hits me is Cherokee fire. And if I could be just full-blooded Cherokee, that's what I would be. No black, no white, just Cherokee. That's how I feel personally. That's my personal feelings about that. I feel more Native American than black. I feel more Native American than white. Can I change that? Fuck no. I can lie. I can pass. I can straight pass. I got the hair for it. I got the high cheeks. My eyes are tight. I can straight up tell everybody for the rest of my life that I'm a full-blooded Cherokee Indian. How far that goes depends on how far people are willing to believe that. I have Cherokee Indian on both sides. I have black on both sides and I have white on one side. So, if you look at me, you can't really tell that there's white in here at all. But you can see the black and the Native American. You'd be surprised at how many times I've been told I was a Mexican or Samoan or Hawaiian. All my life. So many times I get told every now and again, it's like, you're mixed with black, but what else are you mixed with? So, from the beginning of your life, from the second the sperm hits the egg, you have no fucking idea what you are. You have no idea what you are until you hit about 5 or 6 years old. You don't really know your gender until you hit 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5, and how your parents dressed you, But as far as you personally, you don't know what the hell you are until you are taught what you are. And that goes for race and gender alike. You know, you have a little girl, you're going to dress her up as a little girl. You're going to teach her how to sit down and pee. You're going to teach her right from wrong. You're going to teach her how to be poised, how to be a little girl. She might be a tomboy by the time I'm done with her, but you never know. There's nothing wrong with being a tomboy. No, it's all good. You may have a son. He may not want to be a rough, tough, rumble guy. He may want to be a scientist or somebody who has more brains than bronze. You don't get that option when you're born. You don't get to decide if you're going to be a boy or a girl. You don't get to decide if you're going to be black, white, or Asian. You don't get that choice. And if you're mixed, you definitely don't get that choice. You don't get to say, okay, well, my dad's going to be a black man, my mom's going to be a white woman. Or my mom's going to be a black woman and my dad's going to be a white man. Or my dad's going to be an Asian man and my mom's going to be a black chick. Or my dad's going to be a black dude and my mom's going to be an Asian dude. You don't get that. No, my mom's not an Asian dude. But, you don't get that option. When you come into creation, you are whatever the Great Spirit, the good Lord, Allah, Jehovah, whatever you want to call the creator of all life. I don't push religion on anyone, so I hope I didn't miss out any religious names, Buddha, etc., etc. I just believe in God, and I leave it right there. But you don't get a choice. Now, when you get 18 and you decide you want to be a transgender woman and you were once a dude, hey, knock yourself out, you be you. You want to join the Alphabet Squad? Hey, no racism from me on the Alphabet Squad. And the reason why I call you the Alphabet Squad, I have nothing but respect for the LBGTQ, etc., etc., etc. But y'all keep adding letters and names to this shit, and it's only fucking me up. I'm in my 40s. Come on, cut me a break and just take the Alphabet Squad. Take the W. Take the win. You have that because you're the Alphabet Squad. I will only prefer to you as the Alphabet Squad until the day I die. No offense. If that sounds racist, then I'm sorry. But I can't keep up. LBGTQ. It took me forever to figure out what the fuck the Q was for. I figured out the transgender, but I was like, what the fuck is Q? What the hell is Q? Queer. Yeah, okay, just like lesbian, gay, transgender. The fuck is Q? I was just like dumbfounded. Then it was queer, and then now there's gender fluid and other things that just blow my mind. So therefore, you guys are the Alphabet Squad. And again, if that sounds racist, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be racist or prejudiced in any of that manner because, hey, as long as you're happy, knock yourself out. But don't lie to people. Okay? Period. Don't deceive people. Don't lie to people. And that goes for all races and genders. Don't do that shit. That's not cool at all. And also, shit like that also gets people killed. Innocent people can die by other innocent people who are gender confused. So the thing about you racist people who are racist, who hate people because of their race, the color of their skin, the shit that no one, and I mean no one on God's green earth, or even in outer space, gets a choice in. You don't get to pick that shit. Like I said, like maybe 5 minutes ago, if I had a choice, I'd be full-blooded Cherokee. I have a bow and arrow. I don't like to hunt, so I would probably have been a scout. But I don't really want to kill anything, but I'll eat it once somebody else kills it, cleans it, guts it, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I get grossed out really, really easily. Anyway, hey, I'm man enough to admit my flaws, buddy. But the problem with racist people is that, you're the problem. You're accusing people, you're blaming people, and more importantly, the 4-letter word, you are hating people. Hate. Not hating, but you still hate. It's still a 4-letter word. You're hating people for a choice that no one gets to make. No one. When we get recycled into the world, you don't get to go and say, hey, God, I want to be a high Asian chick. Boom, you're a black guy. Next person comes up, hey, God, I want to be a white dude with a lot of money. Boom, you're that hot Asian chick. And you're going to be in a poorest fucking family because you're a greedy son of a bitch and now you're going to have to work for that shit. You don't get that choice. Because that's pretty much what I just said is probably going to happen. It's like, I'm going to be a rich white man because I was a poor black man and this thing. Okay, so you're going to be a poor black woman this time because you clearly didn't learn your lesson about being poor and black. boom, now you're going to have it twice as hard. Because not only are you poor and black, but now you're a female too. So now you're triply fucked. You never know. That's probably how it happens. Because, I mean, what are you going to do? It's God. You can't go up there and punch him in the mouth. Granted, if you get close enough to do that, he allowed it. But the thing is, with racist people, you're hurting yourself. And you're hating people for an option that is not given. You need to look at yourself in the mirror. There are many times where I've looked in the mirror and said, damn, I just wish I was Cherokee. Damn. But there was a side reason for that. That thing about the girl that I really liked, that her guardian or whatever the hell he was, if you're not pure blood, that girl could have been my wife. You know. And we were getting somewhat close, and then that shit happened. So, you know, not being pure blood has, like, bit me in the ass a few times. But I guess it also depends on who sees what face when they see your face. Okay? But the thing is, again, when you are born, you don't get an option on your gender or your race. Now, your gender you can change. When you get old enough, you can change. I don't know why anybody would want to go through fucking with perfection, but, you know, if you're not happy, you know, it beats committing suicide or anything, make yourself happy. Which is part of my problem. I need to really make myself happy because I'm tired of being everybody's lapdog. But for the video purposes, no one on earth will go up to God and say, hey God, if you're going to send me back to earth, I want this, this, and this. God's probably going to laugh at you and say, go to hell, buddy. I'm sending you back to earth in the opposite of everything you asked me. I'm going to make life 3 times as hard for you because 1, I'm God and I can. And 2, you don't make demands of God. You respect God. Alright? So that being said, you know, what is it that makes you hate me to you racist? You hate me because I'm multicultural. Because I'm part Cherokee, I'm part black, and I'm part white, and I didn't get a say in who the fuck my ancestors fell in love with. I didn't get a say of my slave ancestors, or my indentured servant ancestors, or if I came from rich people. I don't have no fucking idea. I know that my bloodline is Cherokee, black, and white, but I don't know anything more than that. And I really don't care. You know, not really. The only reason why I need to know about the DNA is so that I can get cheaper rates at school, because if you're yay so much Native American, you can get a little bit of discounts on paying for your classes. However, if you're full blood in some states, and take that as a literal, I'm not sure about that bullshit, but in some states, I don't think Virginia's one, it could be, but in some states, if you're full-blooded Native American, you can go to college for free. It's something in the treaty. Don't ask. I don't know how much truth to that is. But if it is any truth to it, somebody let me know. Because I know, because I've spoken to the Native American Bureau of Indian Affairs, that if you have yay so much Native American in you, if you can be claimed by, like, because I'm part Cherokee, I have to join the Cherokee Nation or the Iroquois, something or another. I can't join the Sioux Nation. I probably can, but I can't. I'm not Sioux. But there's rules and regulations and the shit that I have to go through after I get up the money to get the DNA test. Right now, I'm more worried about cosplay than the DNA. But anyway, the whole point of the matter is, if you are a certain percentage of Native American Indian, you can attend whatever school you want in certain states for like next to nothing. So, hell yeah. Wish I would have known that when I started college in my fucking 20s. So yeah, because this is my 3rd attempt at college, just in case anybody didn't know. So, okay, so that being said, I want to end this video on a positive note. To all you racist people out here, I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to ask yourself, if I wasn't born in the skin I'm in, if I was born in the skin of the people that I hate, and this goes for you blacks, you whites, and you Asians, and if you're racist. If you're not racist, then this does not involve you at all. But if you wake up tomorrow and you were born in the skin of the color of the people that you hate the most, how would you deal with it? And for further reference, I'm going to point something out to all of you that if you're watching this video right now, and if you can find it, there is a movie just like this shit. It's called The Watermelon Man. I haven't seen The Watermelon Woman. I'm still looking for that because it's like the woman's version of The Watermelon Man. So as I close out, I want to talk about The Watermelon Man. The Watermelon Man is a movie where a white dude who was racist, was always racist to black people, and one morning he wakes up and he's black. And then the movie goes to hell from there. So I want you guys to check that shit out. It will really open your eyes and change your perspective on racism. I forgot how the movie ends, so I may have to go check that out. But for the most part, if you're watching this, because we're on the 4th video from me, you should probably go check out The Watermelon Man. It's a really good movie. It's late 70s, I think. Maybe early 70s. I don't know, but it's either the 70s or the 60s. There's a guy who kind of looks like Flip Wilson. It's the star, but it's not Flip Wilson. And if it is Flip Wilson, excuse me, I'm very sorry about that because I didn't know it was Flip Wilson. But anyway, The Watermelon Man is a very interesting and great movie, and it will open your eyes about racism. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.